Hey BookTube, welcome back. I'm Winx, and the ink I'm talking about today is another book tattoo video. This time I'm talking about my first book tattoo, which was actually based on The Well of Loneliness by Radcliffe Hall. This is considered the first lesbian novel ever published, and it was also the subject of my English thesis in college, so I have a lot of connections to this book. The story follows an English woman named Stephen Gordon from birth through middle life, and it shows her struggles with her female masculinity and with her sexual identity in a time and society that was really not accepting of these things. And what Hall did that's so remarkable is that she connected these struggles of queer-identified persons at this time in society to the struggles of soldiers in World War I. And by doing that, she made this taboo and esoteric subject something that was relatable to everybody in Western civilization. No one had gone unaffected by the war. Everybody had known someone who fought in the war, who died in the war. No one was left unscarred by this. And so by connecting these two, it was a very powerful message and a very powerful way to illustrate the struggles of the queer community. Unfortunately, this book was published in 1928 and then immediately banned, so the message did not get out to many folks, but it is nonetheless a very impressive and important piece of literature. That's a little intro about the book, so now let's talk about the tattoo. You can kind of see it, it's my upper arm here, but I'm going to go ahead and show a picture so it's a little easier and clearer. I got this tattoo done by Elena at Icon Studios in Portland, Oregon, and although it's based on the book, there were several influences that went into this tattoo. The focus of the tattoo, of course, are the two women who are in a romantic pose, and I decided that even though this wasn't exactly how I pictured the main characters, I wanted to bring in sort of an influence from that same circle and social world of the 1920s. The woman who I think of as Stephen in the tattoo is actually based on a picture of Juna Barnes, who was another famous lesbian author of the 20s. Then the other character is actually based on Zelda Fitzgerald, who I really just like her look. And the Fitzgerald sort of ran in the same circles as Juna and Radcliffe Hall and many of the more illustrious 1920s artists and authors. The background of the tattoo is an Art Nouveau frame. Again, this was from the 20s. I was trying to sort of capture that era. And then there's a banner at the bottom which says, "Fighting for the right to existence." That is actually a very important quote from the book, which Radcliffe Hall used both to describe England in the war fighting for its right to exist, as well as those in the queer community who were fighting for their right to exist in society. So that phrase was used repeatedly to connect the two and their struggles. And that is one of the main quotes that I used as part of my capstone paper, so I wanted to have that involved with the tattoo itself. There are also some roses going around the edges, and that is a bit of a nod to Gertrude Stein, "A rose is a rose is a rose," as well as just symbolic of it being my first Portland tattoo, and Portland is the city of roses, so in many ways that made sense to add in. But yeah, so that is my tattoo. This is definitely a little bit of an older one, and I got it when I wasn't in the best of health, so a bit of the ink has fallen out, and it's, I think, in need of a touch-up, but it's definitely a symbolic one for me, and one that I'm very glad that I got. Alright, well that wraps up my second book tattoo video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I am really enjoying doing these, and definitely looking forward to doing some more of them soon. I hope everybody's having a good week too, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!